comparing for two quarterbacks who are vastly different the way they are and how they use DMI?
I mean, I think the big thing for us is, we're at a point in the season where we've prepared for both, just not at the same time. But the thing is, things carry over week to week. So we just have to put it all together, put it together a good game plan, and then execute on Saturday.
What do you remember? Paris Palmer shared a story with us a few days ago. I'm just kind of curious what you remember from him day one when he arrived, and how much he's improved compared to then compared to today.
I mean, his improvement, I think you guys have seen it from this year to this point, and he's just trusting his set. He's playing strong. He's playing with a lot more confidence. I think it's the biggest thing. He's an older guy now. The guys look up to him, and he's just playing at a faster tempo as well.
You guys do those team shares, and James has talked about it. What do you remember from Paris' share? I think he was like one of the more recent ones.
Yeah, the thing about Paris is, didn't have it easy, and he's always had to fight for what he's got, and he had a lot of adversity he had to get through with his ACL in high school, and just the point is, the fact he's at Penn State is pretty amazing, and I think a lot of the guys respect him for everything he's gone through.
How those stunts and twists kind of helped you guys get going as a defensive lineman with some of the speed you have? I think one of your best characteristics.
I think the biggest thing for us before we even get into like stunts and twists, we have to stop the run. We have to get the offense to throw the ball so we can have fun up front, and then we can set up, just our normal rushes. And those stunts obviously open up things for us, but when you could just rush and not do anything and make plays, that's what we always, strive for.
Coach Franklin talked about Shaka Tony and Shane Sickels just giving players fits during practice. That's from the coach's perspective as an older veteran. What do you see from them that you kind of like taking them under your wing and sort of?
Yeah, I roomed with Shane in camp, and he's a strong kid. He's got great explosion, and Shaka, same thing. They're very quick off the ball, and Shaka's been really using his hands well. Same with Shane, and it's going to be exciting to see those guys where they're at down the road with their careers. Just all the technique stuff that they're really focusing on with Spence is really paying off for them.
What about the guys on the other side of the line, off the offensive tackles on the scout team? Can you tell us what those guys are looking at like? We rarely get a chance to see them.
We have Noah there, we have Sterling, and those guys are really playing at a high level, we think, right now. Obviously, you're as good as your scout team. That's what I think. The better the look is during the week for the defense, the better the defense is going to be, and vice versa for the offense. I think it's really shown our performance on defense the last few weeks.
Garrett mentioned carrying over some things to this week, preparing for both those quarterbacks. What games this season and maybe the year before have most carried over to help you in preparation for the game?
The biggest thing is, the zone read stuff that Ohio State did, and Maryland, very similar type deals that they're trying to do. And it's just things that we're picking and choosing, things like that. So
You've faced a lot of bigger physical teams in the last 5 weeks. Probably this might be, at least looking on film, one of the faster teams, not only with their use of tempo, but also their speed on the offensive line. How is that different going up against what you've seen versus now? And is there an adjustment period for that?
I don't think so. We like to each week, stay in great shape. And I think we're in great shape. We're going against our offense in 2 minutes each week in drills and stuff. And their tempo, I think they ran 90-something plays last week, whereas I think Iowa had probably 50 or 60. So those things, they've had an impact on their games that they've played, and they've gave some teams trouble. But the biggest thing with Indiana is they're doing a lot of things well. They're putting up a lot of yards, and they're putting up a lot of points. So we just have to limit them and do our best on defense.
You guys could potentially have some different variables at tackle if someone would have the Paris or Chaz. Do you help a guy like Ryan Bates at all, just as from a, hey, maybe this is what you should or shouldn't do, or you just let him go?
I just kind of let him go, to be honest. I'm not really on the offensive field, and I'm not an offensive
guard.
guard.
Something maybe that you shouldn't do this, or I'm going to try to do this because...
The biggest thing with young guys is if you see them, if they mess up on a play, it's just the body language part. It's like, all right, next play, move on, get over it. There's more plays to play. So
yeah, so you don't try to.
No, I don't know anything technique-wise with offense, so.
Okay.
It's all good.
Yeah, last year Mid-Sunfeld, Indiana's quarterback was injured when you guys played him. I think it was the only game missed last year. So you guys were basically the only team to see any of Indiana's this year's quarterbacks play. How have you seen them develop from year to year?
And the biggest thing is they have the JUCO quarterback. He's a big guy. He likes to throw the ball around the field. And then they'll go into their Wildcat number 12, Xander Diamant, who is an athletic guy, likes to move, likes to run the ball. So those two things, they're complete opposites. So we just have to do our best job at preparing for both and be ready for when that time comes.
Do you hear much from Hack and Brennan still?
Yeah.
And how much are they enjoying what they're seeing going on here, I guess? Is that a fair way to put it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Christian was one of my best friends. Lived with him the last 3 years, and you know, we talk every week, every few days, and you know, he's definitely enjoying. He's happy for the guys who came in 2013 and 2012 guys, and you know, he's happy to see that we're doing well. And the biggest thing with Adam, I'm happy to see Adam doing well as well. You know, also, he's having a great season, and you know, I just wish those guys the best of luck. But everyone stays in touch with them.